Hi and welcome to Cars and Coffee Stories. We are in San Clemente, California. Next to me is Giuseppe and Nikki. Nice to meet you guys.
Nice to meet you, Jamal.
Nice to meet you.
Tell us about the car. What is it? What brand? What year?
This is a 1958 Alfa Romeo Giulietta. They call it the short base, and it's a 750. That's the model and year and make. Very, very rare. They only made about 3,000 of these cars for that year. And I found this car in an airplane hangar in Bakersfield, and we did it from the ground up. Took me several years, but I had this car when I was 16 years old, and I said I had to sell it to move because I didn't have enough money and I didn't know what I had. And somebody from Italy came and bought it, and I doubled my money, which was $1,500 back in 1981. And I got $3,000 for it, so I thought I made $1 million, right? But it got me to California. So fast forward, when I got older, I wanted to find this car again, and I found the same year, same model, in an airplane hangar in Bakersfield, and it was in, very rough condition for $25,000. And now these cars can go from anywhere in this kind of condition from $80,000 to $100,000. The Veloces go for $125,000 to $150,000. So very rare car. It was made for actually for women. They were trying to attract more buyers back in the day. And Pina Farina, the designer, obviously is one of the greatest designers of all time. He designed for Ferrari furniture. I mean, one of the best designers of all time. And my friend Nikki here from Sicily, Palermo, speaks the language, is my mentor. We met, he's got a Veloce, which is actually more rare. I think it's a 58, same year, and he's got a Veloce. It's double carburetor versus a single carburetor. They get a lot more money because they were much more rare. It was $3,200 brand new in 1958.
So you said you...
Time though, excuse me to interrupt. This was more expensive than buying a Cadillac in those days. Right. Okay, so
More expensive than a Cadillac.
yeah, because we go back in '58, and so
That's a lot of money back then.
yeah, I mean, only few people could afford to buy it, especially when it was a new sport car, because this is the first style that's
First series of the Giulietta.
What is your best moment with the car?
Just honestly taking my wife for a drive down to the beach and enjoying the beautiful California coast, because that's what this car was made for. Because Palermo, in my opinion, is just exactly like California, so that's why we're here. The weather, the beautiful coast, and those are the best times. You enjoy your car. It's there's no DVD, okay? There's no Bluetooth, so you got to actually listen to the engine. You feel the car. And I'm not downing all the new stuff, but we're classics. We're old people,
I'll give you an example. I had Ferrari, Pantera, Lamborghini. I enjoy more this car than I do the other cars.
What makes it so special for you?
It just the looks. It kind of reminds me like the Fiat 500 that everybody loves. It's cute. It's not fast or whatever you want to call it. It's just cute. Because the last car that I had, was a Ferrari. I thought I was done with it.
Oh, really?
Then I went to Palermo on vacation because I still got family there, and I saw one. I didn't even know it even existed because I'm a muscle person. Foreign cars and American cars. That's all I had. Mustangs and whatever you name it. One time or another that I had it. Okay, but it just the looks. It just catches your eyes. That's all.
Giuseppe, how long it took you to bring it to this condition?
About 2 years. 2 years of hard work. Did it on my spare time. Took it apart, stripped it down, had it sandblasted from the ground up, and it's got single stage paint on it, which is very hard to do. We brought it to all the original specs.
How difficult was it to find the original parts?
Not as hard as you think, but you got to search. A lot of the parts are in England, which is interesting because the factories in Italy were shut down, and a factory in England bought all the parts. So now it's Alfa Stop and Classic Alfa. They have most of the parts, and they remake parts as well, believe it or not. So this was the car when I found it in an airplane hangar, and you could see it was all rusted up. And but the bones of the car were beautiful. And these are the kinds of cars, when you find this, these are called those barn finds that everybody's talking about. This was like a special, but this was $25,000 in this condition. So think about that. And when the car was brand new, look at this interior, it was destroyed. I mean, I redid all the interior, new convertible top. You could see how the chrome was pretty good condition, but we had to get out the dings. We re-chromed everything just to make it brand new. But you see the old California black plate, so this was an original California car. And then look at the interior. You can see all the gauges were rusted out. There was green mold on the chrome. We got it back to brand new. I mean, this car's probably better brand now than it was when it came out of the factory. So.